Hey guys, Mike Grady here. Day number 27, ClickFunnels Challenge, Funnel Builder Challenge, and now we have built out our complete funnel. So we've got our squeeze page, we've got our order page, we've got our order bump, we've got our one-time offer 1, we've got our one-time offer 2, and then of course we've got our membership site. The entire thing's built out. We are ready to go. But what we need to do is test out the entire funnel and every step of the funnel before we launch it. So when we launch it, we want to make sure, 1, we capture as much revenue as possible, and 2, we don't want our customers to have a bad experience by not having a funnel that works properly. So first thing we do is we want to make sure that when somebody goes in and goes to our squeeze page, and of course, then they're going to get an email. Did that email actually come out? Did you actually get that email from the system? If you didn't, of course, then you got to go in and take a look at what went wrong and find out why it didn't. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go in and test out the first email that comes to the squeeze page, and if that happened. All right. So then you want to go in here to the order page, and you want to actually place an order. Now the nice thing with ClickFunnels, and you can actually set the entire funnel to the sandbox mode or the testing mode. So if you're using Authorize.net, or if you're using Stripe, or you're using PayPal, or any of the other payment processors, you can actually go through the entire funnel with a fake credit card and test out to see if it works and if all the things happen. So so you're not actually putting money in, but it'll actually look to the system like you are. So once you place an order, did the order actually go through, and do you see that your contact information actually show up? If somebody took advantage of the bump, does it show the order plus the addition of the bump? And then of course, once that happens, see if there's a confirmation email that's actually gone out that the order has actually been placed if they don't go through to any other steps. Now, if they go to the next step and they take advantage of your one-time offer, all right, you want to go down and check the order to see if that one-time offer has been put in. So in other words, you want to go through and test it a couple times. So let's say they go through and they opt into the squeeze page, and they go ahead and take advantage of the order, but they don't take the order bump, and they do take the OTO. Did everything get registered correctly in the background so you can actually see that the order was processed correctly? And the same thing goes for the OTO number 2. And then once they go through that, did they actually get to the thank you page? And once they went to the thank you page, did the email go out and actually tell them exactly what they purchased? And then once you make that confirmation, then you can actually go in here and make sure that you actually get to the membership site. Does it prompt you to create a username and password? And then once they get in here, you want to check the membership site to see, because each one of these sections is coded. So if somebody comes in and takes an order but doesn't take the bump, because this is the order, this is the bump, this is OTO 1, and of course this is OTO 2, the system knows when they've bought any portion of the funnel. And of course, because of the identifier in the background, it'll actually turn these on and off, or it'll turn them on if they've made the purchase. If they haven't purchased it, it'll actually show the section, but it doesn't give them access to it. And of course, you can have a button in there, so if they missed it, they can click on the button and add it to their order, or add it to their order later and turn it on. But just for testing purposes, you want to go through every single step. All right. And what we recommend is do it in sandbox mode, so that you go through and you're not actually spending money. Make sure everything works perfectly. Then turn it on and use an actual credit card. Use your own actual credit card. Yes, you're going to go through and you're going to actually purchase your own product, but the money's coming back to you anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yes, are the credit card companies going to charge you 3%? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes, because if anything is broken to a live customer, 1, you're missing out on revenue. Big mistake. 2 is you're not providing the customer with a good shopping experience, and of course, bad reviews, things like that all happen. You don't want that to happen. So what we recommend, go through the entire process, test out everything in sandbox mode, then take it off sandbox mode, put it on live mode. Step number 2, go through the entire process with your own credit card and actually make sure that everything works and the customer experience is what you want it to be. Now, most people stop there. Big mistake. Third thing is, you've been building this thing for the last 3 weeks. You know it. You understand the language. You put it together. Now, what you want to do, go to your wife, go to a friend, go to a coworker, go to somebody that you know and trust, have them go through the entire process because they don't know the system. They don't know the language. They don't know the product. Have them go through, see if it's confusing to them. If it's not confusing to them, you've hit a home run. It probably will be. So, when testing, step number 1, go through it yourself in sandbox mode and make sure it all works. Step number 2, go through it live mode. You're going to get the money back. It's worth the 3% in the credit card fees. Step number 3, which most people don't do, give it to somebody who doesn't know the system, doesn't know the product, that's a friend of yours that you trust, that'll give you good feedback. Then, once all that is completed, you've got a money generating system. And what we're going to talk about next week is we're going to talk about how to actually market your product and get people coming to your funnel using different marketing strategies that we're going to talk about next week to actually start putting people through your cash machine. Hopefully that was helpful. We'll see you tomorrow.